self-actualization, because most of them would want to become advocates of the High Court, but they are not able due to that change in the Act of Parliament. Your Excellency, another concern is on students and youth leaders.
Wakili, I really hate to do this, but please, we've only gone through 5 questions. I think there are so many people on attack to listen.
Okay, just one more.
Kindly, we agree. Yeah, please.
Okay. University, in regards to university students and youth leadership, you can see that we have the National Youth Council, which is constituted. It's supposed to hold elections. And I feel, Your Excellency, the youth feel that they have not been able for a long time to represent their grievances because they are not able to elect their leaders directly. And this goes back even to the University Amendment Act, which introduced the delegate system, which I feel that the universities have found a way to maneuver so that they make sure that the students who are elected are students who they are able to maneuver and manipulate. Your Excellency, finally, on the issue of branding, the projects that our members of parliament and all other people has the aspect of when the projects are complete, people tend to brand their names on these projects. Your Excellency, these projects are financed by taxpayers, and it is the request of the young people and the youth that when it comes to branding, we would rather have these projects branded that they have been financed by the Kenyan taxpayer. I will leave it at that, Your Excellency, and thank you very much. But of course, there is the issue of mental health. I appreciate we cannot exhaust all these things in one sitting, but I'm looking forward to more engagements in other platforms. Thank you very much, and I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. The final question of the free ex-councillor.
Good evening, everyone. You can hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
My first request to the host and the co-host, please do not give the elected people the chance to speak, one of them a lion. You can hear me or something? Can you save the time? Elected MPs, any elected officials should not take this chance apart from the president. So thank you very much for the time. I have 2 things. More, I don't want to repeat a lot of things.
In the meantime, I just want to President.
Number 1.
Mr. President, sisi watakujua
Number 1.
Huyu askari wamekuwa kiwa watu kwa maandamano atashikwa siku gani? Kwa vile amekuwa kiroho freely. Last month amekuwa to all over the city. Tulikuwa tunakujua atashikwa siku gani? Kwa vile ilikuwa inasemekana amekuwa hivyo tangu kitambo. Na sio wa kwanza. You just need answers about him. Thank you.
Okay, he will answer that plus Councillor. Councillor, finish, please. Thank you.
Yeah, my question is to the president. Why is it that the things you're asking about today are not new things? They are things you did promise in your campaign, and the other time you are being played with videos of you saying the same thing. You had to find a way of not listening to those videos. The one thing that you promised us, one of them is corruption. Your people around you, you've addressed this one. You can't tell me out of the 100 people you have around you, 90% are corrupt or have story of corruption, and you are doing nothing about it. I'm a medic by profession, and the issue of NHIF, which is moving now to shift. I read the last 2 days of bill of millions, 300 millions, another 900 million today, disappearing to wrong or fake claims. I'm wondering if the change from NHIF to shift, will it improve or just another way to get more money for people around your circle to buy houses, buy big cars, and laugh at us? Now, Mr. President,
you are here. Those are about 2 questions. Now let's have the president answer. We don't have a lot of time. We have not we need to ask questions to the president. Please let the president respond to that. If we get a chance, another chance, we'll leave those for that.
Very much. Thank you very much, good people. Let me start with the gentleman. I didn't get his name from Mosul. That gentleman says we have too many lies flying all over the place. Let me just put it clearly. So many people have spread this story about William Ruto not telling the truth. or making fake promises. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that there will be a hustler fund. Today, there is a hustler fund that takes care of 2 million Kenyans. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that fertilizer is going to come down. It has come down from 7,000 to 2,500. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that we will have a housing program. Today, 103,000 houses are being built with 160,000 young people, real people, engineers, architects, quality surveyors, plumbers, technicians working. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that we are going to sort out matters in the education sector. Today, we have hired the highest number of teachers in Kenyan history. In one time, 56,000 teachers. I made a commitment that I am going to sort out the mess that was in our universities. Today, ask any vice chancellor. With our new funding model, we have sorted out the challenge that was there in our universities. Today, lecturers are being paid. No university today is about to close down. When I came into office, most universities were teetering on being closed because of debts. I made a commitment to the people of Kenya that I am going to implement universal health coverage. Today, as I talk to you, we have 100,000 community health promoters in every village in Kenya that I pay, that I have equipped to begin the journey towards universal health coverage. As I talk to you today, there are 4 pieces of legislation that we have implemented, that we have universal health coverage. I can go on, and I can tell you, every commitment that I made, I said I am going to appoint the judges that were not there, I did. I said I'm going to operationalize the fund for the police, independent police, I did. I said I am going to enhance the budget of the judiciary, I did. You know, when people want to conveniently say a few things that propagate a certain narrative, it is easy. But let me leave that there. Let me go back to the Mosop Kurgum story. I want to tell you, my good brother, we have old roads in Kenya. In fact, the debt we have on roads is 910 billion, because we rolled out a program that we didn't have money to do. It is what is troubling me now. It is why many people are asking me, why are you outside the country? I went to China, for example, and I got 40 billion shillings to do at least 8 roads that were stalled. I have come back from the US, and we have had a consultation, and we are getting money to be able to roll out some of our roads, courtesy of confessional funding from the World Bank. I have had conversations with the president of Germany, and they are giving us money under the same program for us to be able to meet some of our programs. I want to tell my good friend from Osok that we are focused on these areas. These roads did not stall yesterday. These roads have stalled for a while. We are figuring out how to make sure that we deal with that situation. And my apologies that maybe the minister did not keep his word, and I'm going to remind you. Let me do the following. On fertilizer, I want to agree with you on this subject of fertilizer farm. Let me say this. Fertilizer has made a very big difference in Kenya. Because of our program on fertilizer, we have managed to increase our food productivity. For example, on maize alone, from 44 million bags to 67 million bags last year. This year, we are going to pay the highest bonus ever in Kenyan history for our tea. In fact, our tea production, because of the support we gave PTDA, has increased from last year. It was 180 billion shillings that we collected from our tea. This year, it's going up to 210 billion. On coffee, the average payment of coffee last year was in the region of 70-80. As I talk to you now, because we supported our tea farmers, the average payment for our coffee is in the region of between 100, 120, in some very good cases, 129 shillings per kilo. The whole array of what we have done with fertilizer is phenomenal. And therefore, I understand when somebody like my friend from Morsop gets annoyed when there are people who want to sabotage a program that is making a very big difference in Kenya. And that is the reason why I didn't delay 1 minute. When this issue of fake fertilizer came into the public, all the officials that were involved in it at the National Cereals and Produce Board were charged. When the minister is finally, when there is evidence gathered enough for the minister to be held to account, I want to promise you that I will fire him and any other minister for that matter if there is sufficient evidence to hold anybody accountable. Arrogance.
How
I
long
agree with you that
will
not
be
everybody
waiting for this?
understands communication. Let me tell you, my good friend from Mosop, the day you become a public speaker, you will know how easy it is to make a mistake in the public. Sometimes you say things that you did not mean, but it comes out very badly. So, whether it is the member of parliament for Molo, the member for parliament for Molo is a young man. I can tell you that young man is doing his very best. In fact, when I made him the chair of finance committee, many people told me he was too young. I shouldn't have made it. But I wanted to test also young people. And I wanted to mentor young people. And I want to say, he has made mistakes. But I want to tell you that young man is bright. He has a bright future. He made mistakes. I will apologize for him. Maybe he said what he shouldn't have said. But they are among the young people I am mentoring so that they can become leaders tomorrow. Same case with my friend Hon.Ichungwa. In fact, after he made that statement in, I think it was maybe in Baringo somewhere, I called him. I told him, look, this is not how to engage the public. If you follow the next day, he had managed to correct his statement, and he had done, an about turn of some sort. Because let me tell you, my good friend from Osop, I have one duty as a leader in Kenya. I have a duty to mentor other leaders. They will make mistakes. They will demonstrate, maybe some arrogance, maybe either inadvertently or in whatever manner. But partly, it's because of inexperience, partly because of not a fair understanding of things. But I sometimes will want to take responsibility because these are members of my team, and I will correct them. Let me also say about what you said about the Finland story in Eldoret. It is really unfortunate that people sold property, land, livestock for their children to go to Finland. I wish I could go to court and tell the court to jail these people. Unfortunately, there's something called rule of law. There's something called due process. If these people had not been arrested, if nothing had not been done about it, then I would think that there would be a matter. But these are people who have been arrested. They are, as I talk to you, presently in court. They are being taken through due process. And I am very confident that if they are guilty, the law is going to deal with them. Let me go to Saruni, Apili. You said about the 1.5. It is true. There was a proposal of 3%. The public told us that we do not want a levy. If you want, collect a tax, reduce it to 1.5. So both reduction to 1.5 and changing to a tax was actually coming from public participation. this is what the public said. If the public are going to make a different suggestion going forward, we will respect what the public will have said going into the future. Am I still audible? Are you there?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you're
Let me say this. I agree with you, my friend, that I said that I would have an advisor in my office for young people, but maybe I did something different. I gave many young people. If you go to parliament, if you look at the leader of Senate, if you look at the leader